You're in the right place. Online, on the web, and on air. All over the world.
Yeah, good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Radio.
Welcome to the show. This is Suzanne.
And I'm Steve.
And how are you? Why we need to twiddle?
Because we're losing half of John's face. We can't do that.
Right, okie dokie. Excuse me a minute. I need to twiddle.
No, you carry on. I'll twiddle.
I'll twiddle while you burn.
What am I burning?
We'll try that one. That's better.
That's it. We got all John in now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the show. My name's Suzanne, as I said, and this is Steve.
Hi, everyone.
And we're here. There's no signal coming from the sound. 1, 2. There is now.
There you go.
I'm hoping there is.
It's registering, so there is.
Oh, that's all right then. Otherwise, we won't be recording.
As long as you've got that on microphone.
It's on microphone.
It's working then.
Good.
It's working.
It's working. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And as I said, welcome to the show. Today's date is the 29th, so it was last time I looked.
You hear us, we hear you.
And that's what we want to do. You're there in the chat room. We have things going on tonight. We have the observations, so we want to hear your opinions on them. And we also have John Blackburn back on the show with us tonight. He has something to tell us, following on from his interview a couple of weeks ago. And also, we want you to phone in and talk to us, and maybe talk to John and find out exactly what he did. So you can do that if you wish. Just look at our ticker tape. You can contact us at the ktpf.paranormal show on Skype. And you can also call us on 0844 414 3982. So if you want to give us a call, and that will be at a local call number, as far as I know. So it's just going along the bottom of the screen at the moment.
And we have a few people in. We did have 10, but one's just disappeared on us.
Who we got in tonight?
We've got Andy707. He's in nice and early.
Yeah, makes a change.
There's MGA Psy.
That's a new one.
Welcome. Is that another one of your crew, John?
MGA Psy.
Because there was a Simon in earlier. I haven't seen him for a little while. Doc is listening.
Yep, he's in the inspection room.
He's in the inspection with his ears on. And every now and again he'll type like he just did. And Aggie's just joined us.
Oh, good evening, Aggie. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, that's about it. Although we do have 10 viewers, we don't have everybody in the chat room at the
No, this is it. Yeah, they always listen to us. So welcome if you're watching us tonight. So hopefully you're listening and maybe join us in the chat room and ask some questions. And
I'm going to have to apologise for my occasional coughing. I'm a bit...
yes, he got a cold when he got back from... mind you, everyone got a cold in Romania. I don't know what it was.
Roman flu.
Roman flu. Romanian flu. Yeah, I don't know what it was. It couldn't have been the air conditioning because some of us didn't have air conditioning. And well,
we did. They just didn't have it on, did they?
No. Eric got a problem in his throat and his wasn't working. So... quite a few people have come home with a bit of a cold.
But he had the windows open. So
yeah, it could be down to that.
Did we have a few vampires popping in?
You never know. Never know. Instead of biting, perhaps they just sneezed on them. That could be what's happened.
Well, that's different.
That's
real different.
At least they won't leave it in marks. It was the air on the plane. No, they got it before then. It might have been the air on the plane coming back for some of us. Mightn't it? So
a couple, yeah, maybe.
So you thought at first it was a sauna, didn't you?
I did, because I thought, well, obviously I'm still getting rid of a lot of rubbish from what's it. So I thought maybe that the sauna had brought it out, and then.
So.
But then everybody else started to
start getting coffee and
sore throats.
So as I said, we've got John Blackburn with us. Good evening, John.
Good evening. How are you?
Not too bad. And you're going to tell us in a moment about certain things that have been happening, haven't you?
I am indeed. But before I do, did you say MGA Psy before?
MGA Psy, yes.
Oh, that'll be Simon from Mysteria Gugliani.
Oh,
the Gugliani. Would that be the same Psy that came in as just Simon earlier?
I should imagine so.
Right. Decided to change his name. So apart from what you're going to tell us about, what else has been happening with yourself?
It's been pretty busy actually. On Friday just gone, we did an event at Dreglow Tunnels
Uh-huh.
with a gentleman called Steve the Baron Gill from Big Brother's Channel 4.
Yeah.
And it was to raise money for Baron Motorsports. Now, Baron Motorsports is dedicated in giving the disabled a chance to enjoy the thrill of motorsports. So it's a really good thing, really. So with it being bank holiday, we didn't have a load there. We had about 30 people there altogether, which is not bad. But we raised about £550, something like that. So it wasn't as much as we wanted to.
No.
But however, we're going to be doing other charity events, and one of them is connected with what I'm going to tell you about in a bit.
Ooh.
It may have only been £500, but every little helps.
Yeah,
It
definitely.
does indeed, yeah.
So don't knock it. You do well.
Yeah,
Nice one.
definitely. Well, Si says hello, John. And I also just want to say to everyone, if you lose live stream, because they are an American product, and they do decide to do updates when us here in good old UK decide to use it, just refresh and come back. If you lose us, we will do exactly the same thing.
Okay. Blighty.
So so don't worry, we will be back as quick as possible. And touch wood, they don't decide to do any updates while we're on the show. So okay then, Steve, you've got some observations for us, I believe, for this week.
I've got a few things. Yes.
You have a few.
I do have a few things.
Go on then, what you got?
I will start with a G8 head cabinet ranking member fully admits to UFOs at a disclosure hearing.
Oh, yeah.
Former Canada Minister of National Defence Paul Hellyer closes day 5 of the DC hearing. Hellyer is widely known and credited for his work to unify the Canadian Air Forces. In 2005, he made headlines by announcing that UFOs are real as the airplanes flying overhead. The statement made him the first cabinet-ranked individual in the G8 group of nations to say that UFOs were unequivocally real. Since then, he says, I've learned a lot from many sources, including a number of fantastic witnesses that we have heard these last 5 days. He's obviously talking about the conference there. Among other things, Hellyer says he has learned and believes in a particular document that concluded at least 4 species have been visiting Earth for thousands of years. They are different species and consequently may have different agendas. I don't think we can say that they all have the same agenda any more than we can say that United States, China and Russia have the same agenda. Our real interests may be similar, but as of now, our perceived interests are quite far apart. Yes. So
we're still saying that we're getting visitors then?
We're saying it. He's saying absolutely, definitely getting visitors.
Mm-hmm.
He's also saying that at least one, for the want of a better word, one alien is actually working with the US government.
Really?
Yeah.
See why they go and tell us all this, but then at the next breath they're saying, "Oh no, nobody's visiting us." You know. So.
But time will tell, as always.
Yeah. Well, this is it. Well, if you remember rightly, I think was it Derek Okora that was saying that we will find out in 2014 or something.
He did.
It will all come out in the wash, as they say. So, what do you think to that then, John? Do you think they're there?
Well, I think to think that we're alone, it's a bit naive, really, because all those stars out there. I think we talked about this last time, didn't we? That rings a bell to me. Deja vu.
Deja vu.
But do you think aliens are actually working with individual governments?
Do you know? I don't know. But nothing would surprise me.
No, this is it.
Right.
So,
okay, guys. How well do you remember your history at school?
Oh, God. Go on then. I wasn't very good at history.
Well, remember when you were taught that Australia was discovered by James Cook?
Oh, yeah.
In 1770, who promptly declared it terra nullius and claimed it for the British throne.
Right.
Turns out it could be completely and utterly wrong.
Oh well.
5 copper coins and nearly 70-year-old map with an X might lead to a discovery that could rewrite Australian history.
Oh, dear.
Australian scientist Ian McIntosh currently Professor of Anthropology in Indiana University in the US, is planning an expedition. The scientist, typical, over the phone call, I bet it's Dolly, and she can go away. Dolly, go away. We're busy. I love you and all that, but go away. The scientist wants to revisit the location where 5 coins were found in Northern Territory in 1944 that are proven to be 1,000 years old.
Really?
I.e. before Captain Cook.
Ah.
So maybe, just because they didn't say, yes, this belongs to us, like us Brits did, like with everything we put our feet on back then.
Yeah.
It would seem that it's not the case. They do know that Dutch sailors were there before Cook in 1600 and something, but it seems even older still. So all the history books could be being rewritten, especially when it comes to Australia.
She's back again.
Take her out of the room and
I am
talk.
sorry to trouble you, but we're on the radio at the moment. Can I ring you back later? What? Yes, we did, thank you. Okay then, bye. I'll ring you tomorrow, Dolly. Ta-ra.
That, ladies and gentlemen, was Sue's Aunt Dolly.
She does it every time. It just goes to prove we're live.
Every Wednesday she rings up and I end up having to shoot out the bleeding door with the phone in my hand.
She does.
Right, I'm now off to Dublin.
Go on then.
The Lord Mayor says Mansion House is haunted.
Who?
The Mansion House.
Oh, right, okay.
I.e. where the Irish government is.
Right.
Lord Mayor of Dublin has claimed the Mansion House is haunted. I'm going to get a bit tongue-tied here, I'm sure I am. Fine Gael councillor Noise O'Murray has told the Irish Sun that his daughter was once spooked by a ghost in the iconic building which dates back to 1705. Well, a date like 1705, you'd expect something to be there, wouldn't you?
You would, wouldn't you, John?
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah. He says
lurking about somewhere.
He says the 4-year-old experienced the encounter as she walked from her bedroom through the sitting room and into her parents' room in the middle of the night. Hang on, let me go down a bit. She said she saw a girl with dark curly hair watching TV, and the mayor is adamant that it was a ghost. Mayor Murray said he knew the Dawson Street building had been reputation for strange happenings, and I was sceptical coming in, having heard the stories. But there is definitely stuff happening. The Fine Gael councillor explained nobody has access to the living quarters at night time. It happened 12 weeks ago, and we haven't brought it up again. Why not?
Now, the bit that gets me is the ghost was watching telly. Now, it can't be a ghost what we're talking about, 1930?
Pre-62?
At least. 62 at least, because there wasn't TV then.
Well, before that there was TV, but it was like only people with money had it.
Yeah.
It wasn't until about early 60s
So
that,
why
that
would a
everybody
ghost,
started getting it.
if it is, it's got to be in that era, isn't it?
You'd be watching Coronation Street.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
In
Coronation Street.
In that case, we have to get to the Mansion House quick
Yeah.
and send that poor little girl on.
Yeah, before she gets corrupted. John Savage said, it's watching Jeremy Kyle. I don't know.
Good evening, Reiki Debs.
Reiki Debs has joined us.
Come in.
Good evening. We have John Blackburn here with us tonight, and he has an update on what he was talking to us about a couple of weeks ago. So stay tuned for that.
Right. I now have an update from Sean Robinson, a good friend of John's here.
Dun, dun, dun.
He says, thought I would send you an update on the Anguish Man. I have recently temporarily moved in with my parents and obviously took the painting with me. It was only in the house for a few days when noises started. The same noises I had previously experienced. Then on the third night, my father fell down the stairs, the same as my son did at the other house. Thankfully, he was unhurt. But I have now moved the painting back into storage. Excuse me a minute. Says I've been working closely with John Blackburn and Ian Lawman of Mysteria Paranormal Group, taking the painting to some of the allegedly most haunted locations in the UK, including 35 Stonegate at York and Chillingham Castle in Northumberland. It was an evening on the 18th of May 2013 at Chillingham Castle that a group of people experienced events that were both terrifying and unexplained. None of the guests were prepared for what was about to happen in the early hours of Sunday morning. And at that point, I'll hand you over to John.
Ladies and gentlemen, John Blackburn from Wisteria. Now,
Thank you.
before we go any further, can you just remind everyone what you were saying before about what you were going to do and what you're not going to do with this Anguish Man that's brought you to this?
Do you mean this lone vigil?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, from what happened at Chillingham Castle. What
Alright.
made you decide, and that's what brought you to this?
Right. What made me decide to choose Chillingham and why to do the events? Okay. Originally, I met Sean 2 years ago now, and he sent me an email. He sent me some video footage of the painting, which he recorded in his spare bedroom. And out of 5 times out of 10, he always gets something on the recordings over a succession of nights. And one of the best ones is on the website, Mysteria Paranormal Events website. We've got a second event coming up, which is the 28th of September, which I'll tell you about in a bit. But the reason why I'm mentioning that is because if you go on there, the actual video footage, which Sean sent to me originally, is on that webpage.
Right.
So just have a look at that. It is amazing. And when I first saw the video footage, I thought to myself, well, is this for real? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And over time, when I was chatting to Sean and stuff, I thought this guy's a nice guy, and he doesn't sound like somebody who'd make anything up.
No.
So I thought, what I'll do, I like to do things differently, bring new things into the paranormal world, and what I decided to do is to run a series of events. The very first one was at Wasdale Hall in Cumbria, and we did a development weekend. It was development on the first day, and then the second day, people got chance to do lone vigils with the painting.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a bit of psychometry. A lady called Leslie Goodborn, she did the first vigil for 10 minutes on her own in this dark cellar. And she said that she could hear footsteps coming towards her, and then it stopped and then turned left and just went. And by that time, she kind of had enough. But she got to her 10 minutes and she raised money.
Yeah.
So what we did, we upped the bar all the time, you see. So the next time we did an event, someone did a lone vigil for, say, like 12 minutes. But they had to raise money for charity, and so on and so on and so on. But it wasn't just those who were doing the lone vigils. We allowed, in the break time, we allowed anybody to do a 5-minute lone vigil, which people did. So, up to now, we've only had minor things happen.
Yeah.
So we decided to take it to the most haunted castle in Great Britain, which is Chillingham Castle. And on the 18th of May, it was a rather interesting night. So what actually happened is we decided, again, to allow someone to do a lone vigil for charity. And again, this was Leslie. And it was up to 17 minutes she had to do. Now, we made it a little bit more different this time. They had to do a lone vigil with the painting in the dungeon, which made it far more interesting. So anyway, Leslie did this, and we allowed other people to do the 5 minutes that they wanted to do, lone vigils, but we said don't say anything to anybody until the end of the night.
Yeah.
So we did that. And we did a normal ghost hunt throughout the castle as well. And the last vigil, which was round about, I think it was probably about 2 o'clock, something like that, we went upstairs in this room, which the name escapes me. I can't think of what the room's called now, but it's a room which is renowned for being pretty haunted in Chillingham Castle. And at one side of the room, it's got a bench. So we got everybody in circle. And for some reason, and I don't know why, in my mind, I was told to put the painting in the middle of the circle, propped up against his chair, which I did, and then to get 2 ladies, one at the front, one at the back, which I did.
Yeah.
and I was in the middle of the circle at that time as well. And I started to ask questions which would relate to the painting, the history that we know about it. And one of the things was that when the painting was first brought into Sean's house, his wife considered the painting as being pure evil. She really didn't like it. Now, over the events that we've done, other people started to say the painting's misunderstood. They believe they sensed of the painting that it was sadness attached to it, and that is misunderstood, and it wasn't evil.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I thought, well, I'll ask the question, and I said, do you consider yourself as being worthy of being pure evil? And all of a sudden, the bench lifted and slammed on the floor once for yes.
Wow.
So I asked various questions, and it was like 2 for no, once for yes, and each time it was banging. And everyone was getting freaked out by this time. It was really, and the atmosphere changed. Now, this particular room is above where Sir Humphreys lives, so it gets all the heat of his apartment in Chillingham Castle. Now, the temperature dropped that much; it was like a freezer door being open. It was that cold.
Yeah.
Again, various questions were asked. The bench was kept on banging, and then all of a sudden this dark figure appeared in front of everybody, which was in the middle of the circle. It must have been about 5'6". It was big.
Wow.
It wasn't like a proper shadow type figure. It was kind of translucent, but it was a dark figure nevertheless, and it was following me quite a lot because I was communicating. And I said to the painting, I said, do you feel connected with me now? And it said yes.
Wow.
I said, do you want to use me to talk through me? And it said yes. And at that point, I could feel like these intense tingling sensation coming from behind, from where he was stood, coming through my body. And I kind of stopped it. And I thought, this is too powerful. This, and I could feel my voice going a little bit.
Yeah.
And I wasn't trusting it, to be honest. I thought, no, I'll leave it there for a bit.
Yeah.
And anyway, he stood in front of this young girl, who she was getting a bit freaked out as well, and he's moving about. And then all of a sudden, it was like he'd left the building, he'd gone, and then somebody else, another spirit person came in. You could feel the change.
Yeah.
Just flipped the bench upside down, so the bench just flew upside its top, completely flipped on its on its top. And we kind of believe, because the Graham, who's one of the castle's historians there and tour guides, kind of believe it was the spirit of John Sage. The reason being because John Sage is one of the most active and the most strongest spirits within Chillingham, and it was kind of a message in my mind and everybody else's mind. It was kind of a message for this entity who shouldn't be in the castle taking his spot, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And it was like, I'll show you, and it just tipped upside down. So it was weird actually, because like everyone was like dumbfounded, because it was that powerful experience. It took me 3 days to get over that.
Yeah.
I was absolutely drained.
I bet you were.
And it was just one of the most amazing experiences I've had for a long time, to be honest.
Wow.
And like I say, I was absolutely knackered. Excuse my French. I was knackered for 3-4 days.
Yeah.
And it's only probably weekend I was just started to, well, the weekend after I just started to get over it.
Yeah.
So it kind of, to me, it was like it drained all my energy, and I kind of let him get a bit too close.
Yeah. Reiki Debs has said that she would love to have seen that. She would have loved it. But the painting is not very nice. She wouldn't like to have it in her house.
Yeah, and Faye, stick with it, please. The it seems to be okay this end. So it could be a local thing to yourself.
Yeah,
It says live
she's got a
stream keeps sticking.
Yeah, she's got a sticky live stream. But no, it must. Is it the painting that's causing this? Is the painting haunted? Would you say?
In my opinion, yes, 100%.
Yeah. And who do you think it's haunted by?
Well, that's another question I asked as well, which I forgot to mention. Now, when I started asking questions about things that the painting would, the entity connected with the painting would know,
Yeah.
is one of them is that is Sean's grandmother. She handed the painting to Sean when she died. She had a friend who was the artist, and he painted the painting in his own blood.
Yeah.
And when he finished the painting, he committed suicide.
Oh.
So it's all those emotions, attached to the painting, really. So my obvious question was, which I didn't expect the reply.
No.
Was, are you the artist who painted the painting?
Yeah.
And he said no.
Oh.
So it's kind of brought a new mystery to it, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is what I'm really wanting to find out more now. And what we're going to do is we're going to run a series of events.
Right.
Which are at various haunted locations, and all going to be really, really good at locations.
Yeah.
And it's going to be now called the Anguish Man Live Experiment.
Right. Okay.
So it's all about it won't just be about painting all night.
No.
But primarily, it'll be focused on that.
Yeah. And
give people a chance to experience a lone vigil with a painting if they choose. The reason why I say that is because 20, well, not 20, there's about 12 people or so chose to do the live vigil. Lone vigil, sorry.
Yeah.
And at the end of the night, I said who had an experience with the lone vigil, and they all put their hand up. From one guy got a bit freaked out because he got flicked on the head. About 3 or 4 of them saw blue orbs. Like a blue spark of light, as they described it.
Yeah.
One said that the feeling was so intense in there that he didn't like it. He stayed, but he didn't like it. It was various things like that, and it was the night when he came out to play.
Yeah. Wow. Simon's up for a long vigil.
Yes.
Yeah, I knew he'd say that.
As am I.
As am I.
I'll go for that.
I'd love to do it. I'd love to come out and see what you do and
it's an interesting night because it's different.
In general, I'd love to come out and see what you do. On a normal investigation.
No, it'd be nice to have you along.
But as I say, if you've never got an invitation for us to come
Well, I'm sure we can arrange one.
But as I say, it would be good, because I must admit, not everybody gets when they go on investigation. They don't. There's not a lot of groups that are actually getting stuff. And I'll me hand up. We don't get much, do we? And it's not all the time.
No, it tends to be personal stuff.
Personal stuff. And when we hear from other groups that are getting bangs and whatever and
tables
flying around the room, when in my mind, my first impression is, sort of, hello, what's going on here? But
our second thought is what we're doing wrong.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Why are we not getting all this, or is it basically we're not picking the right night? But obviously you don't know when the right night is, do you?
Well, I'm probably going to get a lot of people saying that I'm wrong here now.
Right, okay.
and I'm sorry if you...
That's all right.
What I say
even Reiki Dev said there's a lot of people doing that though, so, so where... it says, where are these guys, please? I've missed the beginning. All right, this is John Blackburn from Mysteria Paranormal. He works a lot with Ian Norman. Okay, Reiki? Debs, rather. She says, there's a lot of people doing that, though, so as in pushing tables and glasses, etc. You do see it a lot, I must admit.
I'm sure you do, but...
some of them are even daft enough to put it on YouTube so everybody can see it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, this was... there was no one near the bench, and and there was 20 people,
Yeah.
22 people witnessed it.
Yes, obviously.
Um,
So why do you think a lot of groups are actually getting what everybody else is getting? And you
well,
know,
I suppose it's personal choice, isn't it? But for me,
yeah,
um,
he's preparing to get a clip round the ear.
I know I am. I think equipment is too much used.
Yeah,
Reason being because it kind of, I think you need to bring in the psychic self really.
right. Yeah, yeah.
Because I think too much equipment kind of a drain on the energies that you're trying to work with.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. But on saying that, I always say that there is a place for equipment as well. I suppose it depends how and where you use it. I suppose.
Yeah.
But,
I suppose it's good to use it if you are doing it yourself. But when it comes to public ones, it's all about the psychic side, I suppose.
well, the thing is, I always say there's only, I've worked as a host for many years now.
Yeah.
And working for another company, we used to have to go around at the end of the night and pick up all these EMF meters that they've been left because they've only had them for 10 minutes and then got bored of them.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is why I kind of, in my opinion, I've kind of learned to bring more into it.
Yeah.
And I think when people sort of get the energy side of it, because I work with energy all the time.
Yeah.
For me, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
And if you get that right,
I think it's the best way to communicate with them, really.
Yeah, yeah. But in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Deb's asking how many people do you have on your investigations?
Yeah.
We try not to overcrowd them, to be honest with you.
Because there's a lot out there that does, isn't there?
Yeah.
So.
I mean, the only time we do have a lot is when we have a lot of staff there.
Yeah.
So we split it down into maybe 3 or 4 separate groups. The only time I will have a lot there is Drakelow Tunnels because it's 4.5 miles big.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'd kind of split it up.
Yeah.
Then. So I think the most really I like in a group is around about 10 to 15.
Right.
Because any less than that, you're on a loser really. Because again, it's using the energy of the group.
Yeah.
Because you just, it's the manipulation of energy, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you need 10 to 15, in my opinion.
Right. Can I ask you something as a medium? If you decided to do a transfiguration or a psychic demonstration, nothing to do with the building, but just as a demo, would you say that can drain the energies of the building for the night?
No, I wouldn't say so.
No, right? Because sometimes we've found that we could be having certain things happening, but as soon as that's happened, it just seems to go flat.
Right.
And I'm just wondering what your opinion of that would be.
I've never experienced that before, where it's gone flat.
Yeah. Because it's been like somebody's transfigurating and obviously going through them. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, yeah.
And they're not picking up person from the building. They're picking up.
They're bringing people through that they work with. As a demonstration.
As a demonstration.
Yeah.
And I was just wondering whether that would cause a problem.
I can't see it causing a problem, to be honest with you, but because I've never experienced where it has gone flat after doing transfiguration.
It can. I suppose it can be a bit boring for people to sit and watch when they want to get up and do the investigation.
Yeah, there's only so long you can do it for, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think I always keep people busy. It's about keeping busy because people are there wanting to do things.
This is it. I've always said, if they don't get involved, then their energy's drained, and then you get bored, and when you get bored, you get tired.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Debs has just said she's seen people walk into a room and it's gone flat.
Yeah. So, everyone seems to like Drakelow's. I do love Drakelow's myself, I must admit. Drakelow's Tunnel has been a great place, isn't it?
It is a lovely place.
Such an atmospheric place.
And it's been good to watch it get more active the more it gets done.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Have you found that, John?
I have indeed, yeah. Well, we were the first group to go in Drakelow Tunnels.
Yeah.
And it was actually good on that night, to be honest. And I agree with you. It has gone better and better.
Yeah.
And I think it's got a lot more to give you.
Yeah. Well, this is it. It is a lovely place. I can walk around there in the dark, no problem.
But you can't go onto the stage at Morecambe.
No, that's a different matter. Because I saw that chair move. That was enough for me.
Faye says that Sam says hi, John.
Hi, Sam.
Yeah, she can't get the link to work.
Oh, bless
What
you.
link?
She says she can't get the link working.
What link's working? What's that?
I don't know. She just has to come on the Keeping the Paranormal Friendly page and just.
Don't know. What
I'll
link
click.
you on about, my darling? Perhaps she's on about what you was on about. I don't know.
Have you put a link up, John?
Perhaps she's on about that link you was talking about. Oh, the Moat House is also a good location.
It is indeed the Moat House, yeah.
Which link are you on about, Faith? Let us know.
Which Moat House?
Which
It's in
Moat House?
Tamworth.
Tamworth.
We've got an event there, which is we call it the Asylum of Ghost. Well, the Asylum Ghost Mysteries, sorry, because it used to be an asylum.
Ah.
An excellent location, very active. We're back there on the 7th of June, and it's sold out, unfortunately. But it is an amazing location, very active, and yeah, I do recommend it.
Right, okay. I'm just going to give her 2 links for her to try, see whether she can get these. Is she obviously hearing us?
Faye is, but she's. I don't know about Sam.
Right, okay.
Because Faye's on, but Faye and Debs have both said that
Right.
live stream's sticking tonight.
Yeah. Okay, so if I copy that.
Either that or we're keeping 2 still. Faye looks like we're stopped.
I'll move.
Right,
Right, okay. There's that one. Oh, let's stop that advert. Okay, thank you. Or you've got the one that's on the actual site.
Yeah,
Try that one.
I mean, Debs was saying that she likes to do investigation with smaller groups, so you can rule out noises coming from other areas, other groups, etc.
Yeah.
So what size of groups do you recommend? Just out of interest.
Well, we normally do 8 to 10.
Yeah.
You know, we normally take 24 people to 30.
So we have
So
eight
depending on the
members
location.
and then 2 team members with them.
So, you know, and then, 2 team members and a sensitive or medium.
Yeah.
So that's what we normally have in our group. So, but what would you say 10 to 15?
I tend to like 10 to 15.
Yeah. So, and how many people do you have in the group to monitor them?
Usually just one person.
Right. Okay. John Doc Savage, yeah.
Doc Savage.
Doc Savage in Minnesota. He said,
Hi,
we
Doc.
keep it around 10 guests and 8 support crew. Faye said she's trying her mobile as her rubby is on the computer. And Simon said, Earth calling Sam. Come in, Sam.
Okay. Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, us as a group like to have two staff with each one, just in case something happens and you've got somebody free to take them out.
You know, so, but yeah, but it's horses for courses, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's what you prefer.
We do have 2 sometimes. We
It's
kind
what
of
you
have like a floater.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably not the right word to use it.
It's what you're happy with,
No.
isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, the way I look at it, you've either got to have 2 staff with the group, or you've got to have somebody running free with a radio.
Yeah.
So if anything does happen, they can get to where you are.
Yeah, and pull them out or anything, you know, in case anything happens. Have you ever had anything happen to any of the guests that need pulling out?
Yeah. I mean, it happens to us all, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But we usually have our little ways to sort them out, so no problem.
So, do you open the group up when you first start?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
definitely, and close it down again. Yeah.
Right. Okay. How do you actually do that?
Well, various ways really. Sometimes we do I do like a little mini workshop, especially with new people.
Yeah.
Because it kind of gives them a chance to connect to the psychic side, let's say.
Yeah.
Again, get them a bit more used to working with energy. Really.
Right. Okay.
And I find that opens up new people. It tends to work well for us all the time, really. And usually it's just, for me, whenever I work in a new location, a new room within the location, I always energy build first of all. Again, that opens up.
Yeah, a bit of energy building. Right, okay. Well, we're going to have a quick break, And we'll be back with John in a moment. Okay?
Are we having a word from our sponsor?
A word from us.
And now, here's a word from our sponsor.
Finally, the #1 weight loss and fitness challenge in North America is coming to the UK. Don't miss your chance to be the first Brits to be a part of it. Be honest, right now you probably want to lose some weight, live a healthier, more active lifestyle, or get in better shape. We're here to challenge you to make your health a priority with the new Body by Vi 90-day challenge.
My favorite thing about the challenge was just losing the weight. Got my life back, that's it.
Now we've gone from being couch potatoes to being, fit athletes, working out, strength training every single day. It's changed our whole lifestyle.
Let's be real. You don't have to look far to see we have a problem. A growing problem. With today's work demands and faster-paced lifestyle driving us toward quick fixes, it's no secret how we got here. Finally, something that's simple, affordable, fun, tastes amazing, and most importantly, it works. The Body by Vi Challenge is the solution you've been searching for. The challenge is North America's #1 90-day platform for weight loss and fitness results. To date, over 500 million Vi shakes have been served to millions of people who have already lost millions of pounds, making the challenge the fastest growing weight loss and fitness movement in North America today. Powered by a line of innovative wellness products from Vi, the Body by Vi Challenge is coming to the UK. The perfect way to start a lasting health transformation. And by simply selecting a kit, you have access to all the resources you need to succeed. So, set your goal, select your kit, enter to win. Be the first in the UK to be on the challenge. There is no better time than now to start making your health a priority. So why not start losing weight, getting fit, saving money, and having fun? Guaranteed. Are you up for the new Body by Vi Challenge?
The one phone call that I made to try to join the challenge to lose weight has changed every aspect of our life.
Yeah, welcome back to the show. You're here on the KTPF Community Talk Show with myself, Suzanne, and
Papa John.
okay, and Steve Taggart.
And me, of course, yes.
Papa John.
I just thought I'd say Papa John.
Yeah, Papa John's here. That's his nickname from his, what do they call him?
Mysteria Guglielmi.
Mysteria Guglielmi. So, is this group members that we're talking about, or is this members of your fans?
Mysteria Guglielmi is like a fan club.
Is it? Right. Okay. And how long have you actually been going now, John?
Myself or the Mysteria Guglielmi?
Mysteria Guglielmi.
I don't know. Yeah, that's a question for Sam, actually, if you can hear me, or Faye, or whoever's there, Simon. I can't remember now. But how long have you been going, guys?
12 months.
Is it 12 months,
About
really?
12 months.
Wow, that's soon gone.
So, is this something they started up, or you started up?
No, they started up.
Oh, right, I see.
And Ioma's just joined you as well, John.
Yes. Is it Iona?
Iona.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Good evening, Iona. I don't know what happened to Andy Mercer. He's there somewhere, surely. But he's been quiet. So basically, we know what started you up in. You've been doing mediumship for quite some time, haven't you? But what made you start Mysteria Paranormal?
Well, this is going to sound really bad now, I suppose. But because I worked as a host for 5 years and blah, 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 I thought I could do better, to be honest.
Yeah.
And that's not being rude to anybody.
No.
It's just that I wanted to bring something else to the paranormal, make it a bit more exciting.
Yeah.
Because I think everyone tends to do the same thing, and I just wanted to do something different.
Right. Okay. Fair enough answer.
And Faith just said that they got together after a charity event that John helped with in last March.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they did actually. Yeah, that's true. So it is about over a year.
Over a year now. So, but Mysteria's been going about 4 years. Did you say?
4 years, yeah.
So, yeah, it's quite a time, isn't it?
Yeah.
And what? Go on.
So, do you think there's a lifespan of a group?
I think as long as you keep it fresh, there isn't.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, if you don't keep it fresh.
I mean, we see so many groups come and go
Yeah.
over the years, and they only seem to last 2 years.
Well,
something
I
like
think,
that, most
yeah,
of them.
as you'll probably agree with me, really, I think the problem is that people come on board and you think it's easy,
Yeah.
and it's not. It involves a lot of work,
Oh yeah.
and obviously you guys put a lot of work in. You put your heart and soul into it, and that's what you got to do.
Yeah. Yeah. This is it. You know. I can understand that. You know, you want to make things work, don't you, and give people what they want. We've had a couple of people that's come on. They did one event with us, and in the first half an hour they turned around and said, you know, they wanted to come on our side of the fence, and they just said, "God, this is a lot of work." I said, "You've only been here half hour." He said, "Yeah." He said, "I think we'd prefer it the other side. You know, just coming to the event and doing the event with you guys."
Yeah, they
you
didn't
know.
realise just how much was
They didn't
involved in
realise
setting
that,
up.
you know, and all we got as far as was they'd got there earlier than usual. They set up,
set up
you
the
know,
cameras. That was it.
and that was it. And it was like, right, you know, you're gonna
But it's not just that, is it? It's what's in the background as well.
precisely.
It's the website and everything else.
Yeah, yeah. Which most of the team don't do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's normally left to the head honchos, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
You know, people don't seem to realise that.
Unless you've got a dedicated guy that does
Just the websites.
for you.
You know what I mean? So that's the things they don't realise just how much. You know, I've always say to them when they come on investigation, they've got the easy bit. They do the investigation and walk away, and that's it. They've had a good night. We've got to go home. We've got to check any footage we've got, and you know, and this, that, and the other, and work out, you know, the reports on what we got on the night. How do you deal with reports on the events?
To be honest, we don't do them as such. But what I'm doing, going back to the Anguish Man again,
Yeah.
is I'm going to be dedicating a web page to the Anguish Man live experiment. So that will be reports about what's going on.
So do you think it's not necessary to do reports and stuff? Or do you think it's a bit hard work?
What we do, to be honest, is we just put a brief update on Facebook.
Yeah.
Really.
On how the night went.
And how the night went. So I suppose in a sense it is a report, but not like an in-depth one.
No.
Yeah, I mean, we like to put them together if we can, because at least then if you go back, we've got something to refer back to.
Oh, no, I agree.
And if other groups have been, we can check what they've put on and go, yeah, well, we got that as well. And
yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. You know, so try and collaborate with others. You know what I mean? You know, like if you was to go to a place and say pick up on some story of, I don't know, whatever, and we went somewhere and picked up a similar sort of story, then we collaborated each other's findings, you know.
Yeah.
But there's a lot that don't really like doing that.
I think you mean corroborated.
Corroborated, yeah. But, you know, there's a lot of people that don't like doing that, you know, which brings it down to, you know, they seem to keep it to themselves and, you know, and in all sorts, like we was talking before about the K2PF, you know, and a lot of animosity out there, you know, but you find, you know, that you don't bother with it, do you?
Me, no, not at all. I just get on with it.
Yeah.
That's all. I think that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Really. Just keep yourself to yourself and get on with it.
Well, this is it, you know. So sometimes I feel as though this is my downfall at times, you know, because I'm trying to do something right.
No, you are indeed.
You know what I mean?
Well, this is why I'm here as well.
Mm.
Because like you guys are doing a great job.
All right, thank you.
There you go.
It's nice to get a pat on the back now and again. Good evening, Andy. You're back with us again, are you? Now, don't forget, if you've got any questions for our guest here, okay, and, you know, even you're having problems with the video feed, are you? I don't know why.
No.
There is a video feed. Can you hear us, though? Is everybody hearing us?
I do hope so. I mean, we're getting a video feed quite clearly here.
Yeah, Steve's watching it on our website. So
I'm on the laptop watching it,
and he's watching it on the laptop. So he seems to be having no problems at all. He's listening to it through he was listening to it through his earphones to make sure that the volume was coming out okay.
It was okay, but I stopped because I was the delay is a bit confusing.
He said you're in the same house, Steve. But I can hear you, no problems. Just the video occasionally sticks.
But live
Oh, right.
streams not. Live streams in America, so.
Unfortunately, live streams in America, so it's got to go all the way to America and come back again. So that's why it's like that. But as I say, we've got John here. If you want to ask him any questions, he's been talking about the Anguish Man experiment that he's been doing at Chillingham Castle and the what happened last weekend. And you know, so don't forget, if you want to phone us, 0844 414 3982. Talk to John. Talk to us. If you want to Skype us, you can find us on the ktpf.paranormal show. And if you want to let us know that you're going to give us a call, we'll get you connected on there as well. So as I say, John's been talking to us about this Anguished Man, and you're saying they've got quite a few events that you're going to do it at.
We are indeed, yeah. Well, we decided because of what happened at Chillingham Castle on the 18th of May, what we've got to do really is to go back, and to see what happens when we bring an uninvited guest into Chillingham Castle again.
Yes.
So it's going to be on the 28th of September. And there's only about 8 places left. Like that. Everyone's gone nuts for it at the moment.
And how much is that?
£60.
Right. Okay.
We kind of with Chillingham, we work exclusively with them. And there's another company. They have 2 companies who work exclusively with them, and they do their own events.
Yeah.
And the condition is that you've got to charge that.
Yeah. Yeah, so. I understand that. So you're going back to Chillingham. When you're going back there, sorry?
28th of September.
28th of September. Right, okay.
It's going to be really exciting. It'll be an interesting night.
I would love to go to that one, but it's not. We've not long been back from the wedding in Scotland, so
no,
it'd be a bit of a drain for us.
It would be. So, but yeah, but as I say, you've also got another experiment coming up.
Yes. Well, you know what? Whenever I give people a chance to do a 5-minute visual bit of painting, or they do 10 minutes or whatever for charity, I knew one day someone is going to say, which they haven't done yet, bless them, but I knew someone was going to say one day, John, you've not done it yourself. So it had to come, didn't it?
Oh yeah.
So what I'm going to do is there's a place in Essex called The Cage, which is in St Osyth. And the story behind The Cage, if nobody knows where The Cage is basically Vanessa Mitchell and her baby son. They wanted their dream home, and they came across this cute little cottage, and she decided to buy it. And she lived in it for about 3 years, and so much went on in those 3 years that in the end she couldn't cope anymore, and she had to move.
Yeah.
From cushions flying off the chair to doors opening, shadows being seen, different things, full apparitions being seen. And 2 of her friends came to the house one day, came through the back door, and in front of them blood appeared in the carpet. And they said to her, do you not think you should be leaving now, after seeing things like this?
Yeah.
And the straw that broke the camel's back was in her son's room. He was in the cot, and she saw a man looking down at the baby, looking over the cot. So at that point, she thought to herself, I'm getting out of here. I can't bring up this young son in an environment like this.
Yeah.
So she left, having a mortgage around her neck still. So she tried to rent the house off, and tenants only stay for 3 months at a time because they soon left because of all the activity.
Yeah.
So in the end, what she decided to do, which was probably the right thing to do, is to rent it out to people like us. So what I'm doing is I'm doing an event the night before, which is on the 16th of November.
And that's inviting the public.
Inviting the public along.
Okay.
And my idea for doing that really is for one, again, it's I'm going to try and get the place going.
Yeah.
We're going to do a Victorian seance. We've got a round table, black cloth, it's all spooky and stuff. There's going to be a proper Victorian seance in there. And we're going to do different conduction rope experiments I've mentioned before, and different things like that. And so it'll give the general public chance to sort of be part of the eve before the storm, maybe.
Right. Okay.
And then on the day after, which is 17th of November,
Yeah.
on the Sunday night, I'm going to be spending about 8 hours on my own in the cage with the lights off. But not only that, within the rooms, there's around about 4 rooms in the cage. I'm going to have 4 different experiments in the rooms. And one of them is going to be the Anguished Man in one of the rooms. And I haven't thought about the other ones yet. Brian Cano did say that he was going to have a think about different experiments that we could put in there as well. And in the cage, it's got CCTV. It's got webcams. In all the rooms. So the idea is to link it up to live stream. And have a interactive lone vigil. So I'll be there on my own with the painting in one room and whatever I've got in the other room. And you guys listening on the other side can tell me where to go when I need to go. And anything you want me to do, really. Apart
there you
from
go.
taking my clothes off, I'm not doing that.
What do you reckon, guys?
It is for charity, John.
It's for charity as well. Steve the Baron Gill from Big Brother Channel 4. I was having a chat to him the other night, and he's offered to help me out to try and get more charity sponsors, stuff like this. So you guys listening out there, you're the ones who will be controlling me and telling me where to go, what to do, and when to do it.
Now, it's gonna have to be a Sunday night show for that, isn't it?
We can just put an extra show.
Yep.
We can come in and hopefully we can get the link up and working. And even if we can't, we shall watch.
Right, okay. People seem to be having problems tonight. They've got no sound at Nita's end. So I don't know what's going on there. But we just want to say that if it's in...
it's back again.
If it's in Essex...
Andy!
Perhaps we could kill 2 birds with one stone. No, he says.
It's a long drive with everything.
It is a long drive with everything.
Either way, and I'm sure Andy can help John out. He keeps moaning that everything we advertise is up north.
Yes.
Well, there you go. It's down
there
south.
You go, Andy. It's down south, this one. So
that's on your doorstep, Andy.
Yeah. Plenty of Costa coffee, he said, John.
God, yeah.
That's what Simon said.
But you know what? I've experienced a lot of things and I can walk around in the dark and stuff like that and I'm not bothered. But the painting is a bit odd and it'd be interesting, to say the least, in the dark, 8 hours on your own.
Yeah, it would be.
You know, with that painting in the house.
So, what was the date again?
The date again is the 18th of November and the night before, the 17th of November, is a night when people can take part and be part of a public event.
You got 16th there.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
He's looking at the 18th of May.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
16th.
Go back. 16th of November is a public event, so that's when you can take part on the eve of when I'm going to do it. On the 17th of November is going to be Malone Vigil, and like I say, it's going to be live streamed and everything. And you guys tell me what to do and when to do it.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, and Faye says she's already got it in the diary.
Yeah. So. You know,
but can I just ask, when it comes to this the painting, have you managed to get any readings or anything off it?
Well, actually, yes, we have. One of Ian Lawman's co-presenters on Living with the Dead. Steve is a big skeptic. He really is. It's called Steve Griffiths. Do you remember him?
I've heard of him.
Yeah, I've heard of Steve.
And it was on an event we did with the painting at a place called the Fleece in Ashton and Makerfield.
Yeah.
Now we invited Steve down. He had all these monitors, all monitoring the painting. We had a lady called Stacey Alder who was doing the lone vigil that night. And what Steve decided to do was to do a temperature reading on the surface of the painting. Now the interesting thing was, which Steve couldn't explain, and it got his interest because he couldn't explain it, was that the temperature reading on the surface was different. Rather than just being one temperature reading, one half of the painting was warmer than the other half of the painting. So the obvious thing you'd do is to turn it round, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then see if that changes things.
Mhm.
Well, it didn't. The warm side moved with the change.
Wow.
But the interesting thing is that Steve also took photographs of the painting
Yeah.
under certain different lights. He's quite good at stuff like that. And underneath the painting, you can see where the artist has tried to paint other things.
Yeah.
And on the right-hand side, you can see a skull underneath the paint.
Oh.
And on his shoulder, he's got a devil on one side and an angel on another.
Oh my God.
And the interesting thing is, on the side of the skull, that's where it's warmer.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
I see.
Okay. Faye's asked, have you got any plans to do an event with the paintings in the Midlands?
yeah, we will do. I'm kind of thinking maybe try and get it to the Moat House,
The Moat House.
which is the old asylum, because
Yeah.
there's a connection with the painting, really, in my opinion, because the guy who painted it wasn't a well man.
Right. Okay. Well, there you go.
Iona says, yay! And Debbie says, how much warmer was it?
Yeah.
It was about 4 degrees, something like that. So it's quite substantial.
That's quite a bit, actually.
Yeah.
Odd. Yeah. I'm intrigued.
Well, it's intrigued me, and you know, Sean's been offered lots of money for this painting. He's been
I
offered
bet.
$33,000 for it.
Wow.
He's not sold it. He just really wants to find out what's going on. So
Yeah.
together, we've come together and we're trying to work it out now.
Yeah, Deb's has got a skeptic head on and says, "Well, was there any drafts and things like that around?"
Well, like I say, we turned the painting around as well,
Yeah.
and it stayed on the same side. It was just bizarre, really.
Mm. So, well, we're talking about events, so we might as well put the paranormal events on, aren't we?
Go for it.
Yeah, why
No,
not?
have a listen to these guys. There's 2 charity events on there. If it's in your area, get in touch with these guys. They're trying to do some good work.
We've got all the news right here. Don't go away.
Fed up of wading through the activities and events that other advertisers include? Find just what you're looking for at paranormaleventsforyou.com, your one-stop paranormal directory.
On the 1st of June, Grave Encounters UK are doing a charity event at Drakelow Tunnels in Kidderminster. Also on the weekend of the 1st of June, there's a Mind, Body and Spirit event at the New Epic Centre, Lincolnshire Showground, Grange Lings in Lincoln. On the 7th of June, Twilight Paranormal are going to Derby House, Ilkeston in Derbyshire. Also on the 7th of June, UK Shadow Seekers are going to the Galleries of Justice in Nottingham. On the 8th of June, the UK's first portal webcam live investigation from 9 PM. For more information, just click on the events page on paranormaleventsforyou.com. On the 15th of June, Haunted Places Paranormal are doing the Canterbury Tales in Canterbury. On the 15th of June, Fast Events UK are going to Pembury Woods, Pembury in Clanelly. And on the 15th of June, Wasp Paranormal are going ghost hunting at Langard Fort in Felixstowe. On the 22nd of June, UK Shadow Seekers are going somewhere in the middle of nowhere. On the 29th of June, Beyond the Grave Tours are going to Harwich Redoubt Fort, Harwich. Also on the 29th, Wasp Paranormal are doing a charity ghost hunt in aid of Help the Heroes at the Royal Gunpowder Mills, Walton Abbey.
So check out the one-stop paranormal directory for more investigations and events available now. Paranormaleventsforyou.com also offers banner advertising for only £10 per year. See our website for more details. Paranormaleventsforyou.com, your one-stop paranormal directory. Yeah, welcome back to the show. We're here with myself, Suzanne, and Steve is over on the other side.
Hi guys.
And we've got with us, affectionately known as Papa John. You're going to regret that, aren't you now? So,
I tell you what, while you were listening to that, we were talking a little bit about Bran Castle. We went the other
Yeah.
week. Us as a group are not going back to Bran. We've been there twice, and I know it's a very lovely castle and lovely people. Everything's nice and cheap there as well. They are looking for other groups to go.
Yeah, so if you fancy it, guys.
So if you fancy it, just get in there. Contact Alex. If you need a contact thing, email. I'm sure we can help you out with that. Just keep in mind it's Romania.
Yeah.
They do barter.
Yes.
So you can just don't take the first price. You can.
As I say, it wasn't just
down a little bit.
exclusive to UK Shadow Seekers. They are open to other groups going there as well.
Well, one group asked before we did, and instead of bartering, they just went.
No, after we did.
After we went with it, yeah. Instead of bartering, they just said it's too dear for them.
Yeah. So, but as I say, it is worth going to if you want to, and even if you can't, even if you just go there for a Romanian holiday. It's worth it, isn't it? Just to have a look around the castle during the day.
Yeah, you can still go up there during the day. It's 25 lei to get in.
Yeah, which works out roughly.
Which works out.
It's a pound.
It's about a fiver.
Yeah, yeah.
25 lei.
5 lei was about a pound. So, that'll give you a rough idea. And Anita said they'd love to do something like that. But it's the flights that stop it all now. Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? Especially from Minnesota.
We're still waiting to hear from a lady from America. We don't know what happened. Last year she paid up and everything, paid for the event, paid for her flights and everything, and then got a new job so she couldn't come.
Yep.
This year she did exactly the same thing, and we still didn't see her.
So
we lost her.
What are the flights like? Well, when we went, they were £197, but some of them got them for £176, and that was for a week.
Yeah, it's cheaper to go midweek and come back midweek.
Yeah.
This year we went with Lufthansa.
Yes.
Last year we went with KLM.
Yes. So it's worth shopping around for flights. So,
it's definitely worth shopping around.
How many of you went? We had 22. 22 joined us at Romania. So
yeah, there was 10 team went.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 of the team went, and we had 22 people there.
Yeah, so it wasn't too bad. But don't forget the team had to pay for it as well. So it's not as if we got it all buckshees. So
no,
everyone had to pay.
From our point of view, because we're not for profit group, everybody paid on that one. Team, everybody. We can't expect the public to pay for us.
Will you be publishing a report?
As soon as we can get around to see what people have written down.
When we've come back, I'll be honest with you, we're more knackered than what we were when we went, and we've just been busy since we got back, haven't we, with personal stuff.
I've got a little bit here.
Have you? What have you got there? Just to let you know that the hype around Dracula is nothing, okay? Even though the market does sell stuff pertaining to Vlad Tepes and everything, to be honest with you, he was probably there twice in his whole lifetime. Once when it was a garrison, he probably stayed there, and another time when he was in prison for less than a week, okay? I beg your pardon? I saw an ad for Shadow Seekers in York, Sainsbury's.
Wow.
Did you? No, what, us? You saw us, by the way. What was it for? In Sainsbury's?
It could be that GTK have put on because we're doing Newcastle. So they might have included us on their advertising.
It was on their notice board. Oh, wow. How great. What, for York Castle Museum?
We'll have a bit of that.
We'll have a bit of that. I never knew that. Why did we put it in there? As I say, it's nothing to do with Vlad Dracula. He was only there twice. It's more to do with the rest of the history.
Yeah. It's basically called Dracula's Castle because of Bram Stoker.
Yeah, the hype.
And no other reason. A couple of things that happened there. One of the team physically felt as if they were being run through down in a tunnel.
Yes.
from something that happened there. I haven't read it, so I don't know the whole thing. I just what somebody has said. And me personally, I was feeling fine, and I walked over and I sat on a window seat, and within seconds I was freezing.
Wow.
I was really cold inside, not just all the hairs on my arm were standing up and everything. And I moved away, and John, what's his second name?
John. I can't think.
Yeah.
John Riley.
John Riley.
He's
A
a medium.
Medium from another group went over and sat exactly where I did, and he got exactly the same thing happened to him.
So, but on questions, we're asking John now.
Yep.
Simon would like to know: have you got a favourite location in the world you would like to hunt?
In the world? Ooh, let me see.
That's a big one, isn't it?
It's a big one in the world, isn't it?
But he says what I think he's going to say.
I could think of a few, actually.
Can you?
Yeah, there's a KGB museum. I'd like to visit that one.
Okay.
Because that would be quite interesting. So someone mentioned it a while ago to me. And in the world, oh God, I don't know. Trying to think on the spot now. I think there's a lot of places, Simon, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I would say Auschwitz.
Auschwitz.
But yeah, it's taboo, isn't it, really? But you know, it's a place that needs to be sacred, really. But I'd like to go there. I've not been there yet.
Yeah, a lot of people say Alcatraz.
Alcatraz, yeah, Alcatraz is one of them.
Paris Catacombs.
Paris Catacombs.
Yeah, that's another one. See, there's many of them, Simon. Loads and loads.
Yeah, there is quite a few, isn't there? I actually tried contacting the Paris Catacombs.
How about being really, really cheeky
and ask
the Pope?
The Pope. Oh yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, can you imagine? I mean, just what the Borgias did alone. There's got to be something there.
I actually phoned up the Paris Catacombs on a whim, and no word of a lie, this bloke answered the phone. Bonjour, Miss Madame, blah 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 blah. And I went, parlez-vous anglais? And he looked at me and thought, do what? And he came back and said, petite. So I said, could you tell me, blah, 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 who I need to speak to? He then gave me a number to call, and there was an answer machine in French.
I never heard a word of it.
Oh, put the phone down.
You've got to try and do it.
So I'm going to have to try and email
Deb
them.
just said the
Pyramids of Egypt.
Pyramids of Egypt.
Actually, to answer Simon's question, there is a place that stands above the rest, and that's the Tower of London.
Yes.
I rang them.
Yeah.
And she was very surprised that I asked. But I believe...
When you say she...
Oh, a lady. I don't know her name, but she...
definitely not Madge.
No, not Madge. Yeah.
But somebody told me recently that they are now hiring the Tower of London.
Really?
For £10,000.
Wow. Wow. God. So
I think really what they're doing is they're saying £10,000.
Yeah.
So people don't
remember we
don't tell Most Haunted that, will you?
No. Well, I remember.
Let's face it, they paid 50 for the Denby Asylum.
Yeah, they did.
For the week.
They? Yeah.
And we only know that because we asked the guys if we could go in.
And he wanted 7,000 a night.
He wanted £7,000 a night.
And I went, you're joking.
It was basically, if you pay what they pay, you can have it.
Yeah. And that's when he said that they paid.
Yeah, he told us. Yeah.
For that week. And I went, nah, what part of non-profit do you not understand? We actually contacted one, didn't we? Tissington Hall.
Yes.
That's a hard word to say.
Tissington, yes.
It is when you got a lisp, like Sue.
Yeah, and no, it is when you got a lisp.
Yeah. I was emailing someone. I actually didn't realise until he come back to me that
he was.
I was emailing his lordship himself.
Yeah.
And he said, yes, we can have it.
Yeah.
At the time, it was £1,500 plus VAT.
Yeah. And he would throw in some biscuits.
And he'd throw some tea and biscuits.
Tea and biscuits. And one of my team turned around and said, if we don't have the tea and biscuits, how much would he charge? But I think Phil Wyman and his crew finally got in there after all that, so he must have had second thoughts and brought the price down a bit.
Yeah.
So, but
they all come to their senses eventually, don't
they? Yes, I think they do. But some don't. But You know, something that they're putting the price up to deter us and end up not.
Apparently, John, you have fantastic biscuits.
Oh, yes, we do. Yes, we do. Try to treat our guests with loads of good bickies.
Oh, do you?
I mean, I remember one lady once looked at the calories on the biscuit and said,
Yeah.
"Oh my God, there's a meal in there."
Bloody
one
hell. And sweets, apparently.
Yeah, sweeties as well.
Andy said about the treasure house in York.
Yes. There's a lot of people that
The
have tried
Treasurer's
getting
House.
into that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting place. That's the famous Harry Croft, is it? You know, the where they seen the Roman soldiers marching through.
Just saying now, the Romans have been seen walking through the walls.
Yeah.
Well, we're doing the York Castle Museum
We is.
in August, hopefully. So,
Done it many times actually. It's a good place.
yeah.
We need some, as we say, bums on
bums
seats.
on seats.
So if
Yes.
you want to go,
We're doing a deal.
It's £40, is it not?
Yeah, and if you book for two, it's only 70 quid.
So when are you going, guys?
35.
What date?
August
August.
17th.
17th of August.
Yeah. £40 per person, but if you book for two or more, it's £35 each.
Right.
So it's not bad.
Yeah.
So I need bums on seats for that one.
We're sharing the night.
I
aren't
might
we?
just join you if I'm not working.
If we get to do it. And I say I need bums on seats. So
I mean, the other one that we want people on is the Seamers mission.
yes, in Liverpool. Or maybe a group that would like to go out with us. That would be good. We did have a group that wanted to, but they changed their mind. So
they couldn't fulfil the.
Yeah. So
Did I say about our mystery extreme location?
you did sort of.
Did
Tell
I?
us more.
Well, basically, obviously it's a mystery, so we can't tell you where it is.
No.
But the conditions are you've got to climb a 40-foot ladder. You've got to be able to climb that.
Oh.
You've got to be have good sea legs, so you can't be seasick or anything like that.
Sounds like we're going on a tall ship.
Yeah, very tall ship if you need a ladder.
And basically it's an interesting location. Very, very interesting. And it's just off the coast of London, as all I can say really.
Oh.
Ah.
Sounds interesting.
Aha.
Aha.
Something just sprang to mind there.
Oh, did it now?
It did.
Ah.
And I won't say good at spoil the mystery if I'm right, won't it?
Okay.
So I'll leave it till afterwards.
Good. Keep to yourself.
Yes, you can ask him afterwards. So, but I think mystery locations do work, didn't you? We've got a couple coming up this year. We've got the Middle of Nowhere in June, and then we've got a mystery one for our Halloween one. So, yeah, well, unfortunately, we're not allowed to advertise it.
No, and I know that. Yeah, I know that one.
That's the trouble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And because we can't advertise it, it's a bit hard. So it's a case of we've got to...
We can't advertise it because it's a mystery.
So we've got to make it a mystery.
Says Deb.
Says Debs. The Spirit of the Seas is going to be fab. Wish I was brave enough to do it, says Sam O'Connor.
Sam, you don't know what you're missing. It's going to be amazing.
And Reiki Dev says A. Andy says A.
Yeah, it's about
so how do you get people to go?
We advertise it as a mystery.
How do we book onto it then? Which one?
The mystery.
The mystery. Well, if you want to go to the mystery one with Mysteria, I'm sure it's on your website, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Well, it's not actually. It's kind of an exclusive one because what we actually did is contacted all our guests because of the nature of the location. We can only have teams of 12.
Yeah.
So it's a non-profit making one.
Right. Okay.
You have to travel in a boat for like an hour to get there. So
yeah.
You can imagine the boat alone is 750 quid just for the boat. So
right.
So it's
concerning the mystery location, middle of nowhere.
So we can
tell you it's in the Ribble Valley.
In the Ribble Valley. So you've got an idea of the area. It's
in the Ribble Valley. Yeah.
Well, that's it about mystery locations.
Reiki Debs. Shh. Shh. So and the other one that we're doing in October, We can tell you that the one in October is in the Lancashire area.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's the one we're definitely not allowed to say where
Yeah.
it is. The middle of nowhere one, we just like doing it that way because it is still a working building.
Yeah.
So they don't particularly, and a lot of children go there.
Yeah.
So they don't particularly want the reputation, so to speak.
Yeah.
But
This
they
is
are willing
it.
to let us do it.
Yeah. So, you know, so if you fancy going to the middle of nowhere, it's really nice
miles
actually.
away, says Andy.
Up north as usual.
Well, we're up north, Andy.
Oh my God, he don't like it, does he? You'll have to move up north.
He feels left out, bless him.
Even Deb said that. It's where it all happens. You coming to that one then, Debs? 21st to the 23rd. We're doing the invest on the 22nd. And if you want to stay over, you can. But it'll be a bit dearer. There you go. Tell you that. I'd move to York tomorrow if I could, he said. What month? June! June the 22nd is the invest. I used to live in Bury. Sometimes wish I was still there. Would be able to do more fab hunts up north. Ooh, we'll have to see the diary. So I'm hoping on the Sunday to go and see Nigel. So see his portal.
Yes, go and see his portal.
So, but yeah, it'll be fun. Hope the weather will be fine. Well, we've done the paranormal events, and I don't think all yours. I don't know where he is. I don't think all yours were actually mentioned on there. I think. What did we actually mention, Steve? Of Mysterious.
Of Mysterious.
You're going to have a double check.
I am. I can just bring that up. It's not a problem. Because I haven't. I've only gone to the end of June at the moment.
Yeah. Well, he's got some here as well. So. Is there any there for Mysteria, or has he not put them on? Do I need to clip him round the ear roll?
You do. you have to clip somebody else around the ear roll as well.
Who?
But if you look on there, you've got events on there 3 times.
Oh, right, okay.
The Landguard Fort in particular is there 3 times.
Right,
I think 3 different people put it on.
Right, okie dokie, I'll have to double check that.
But no, there's I did see a Mysteria. Where did it go?
It seems to have gone. Twilight. No. Must have been a later one that he's got on there.
Must be one that's
right, come on then, John. See if you've
29th.
got them all written down. What ones have you not put on the site yet?
Well, all I've got is the June ones, actually. I've just wrote down 3 June ones, and they're all with myself and Ian Lorman. And the first one is the Asylum of Ghost Mysteries at the Moat House in Tamworth.
Okay.
And that's on the 7th of June, but that's sold out.
Right.
Then we've got Nottingham Town Hall, which is in Nottingham.
I like Nottingham Town Hall.
And that's on the 14th of June.
I love Nottingham. It's a great place.
Yeah.
Only small, but a lovely building.
Yeah, it's all right, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then on the 15th
is that a Friday?
of June, yeah, it is indeed, yeah.
Right.
On the 15th of June, we have got The Horror of 35 Stonegate, York.
Okay.
And that's, again, with myself and Ian Lorman. And 15th of June, is that with the Anguish Man? I can't remember, actually. It could be. No, it's not.
No?
No, it's not.
Oh, right. Okay. So they're the ones you've got coming up this month?
Yeah, there's a few more, but I just thought I'd put those down.
Right, so if you want to go with Mysteria, it says that has Iona says that has webcams in Stonegate. Simon says Moat House next Friday. Did you miss that one?
Yeah, the Moat House the 7th for you.
You mentioned that one, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Next Friday. Next Friday. Bloody hell.
And Andy says one of these days I'll be in York with Mysteria. Go to Stonegate.
One day, Andy.
One day.
One day.
Reiki Dev says she was going to go this week, but the weather was crap to see Nigel. But she went to Fort Paul a couple of weeks ago. The guy said he reckons there's a portal there.
What, Fort Paul?
Yeah.
Which guy? Because the original guy
perhaps somebody else has taken
died
over.
this year, didn't he? Beginning of the year, and somebody else has taken over.
And there are so many cool places, says Angie over there. I wish I was back in the UK. Come home. Come home.
Yeah,
Bring John with you.
Yeah, Sam said you got Worcester Mansion in August.
We have indeed Worcester Mansion, yeah. Good old Woody.
Is it derelict all the way through?
It's it's not at all actually. No, Worcester's an interesting place, but when it's good, it's good. But when it has its bad days.
It's one of them.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Just going to check on here, see if I got any messages, and I have. Is it from who I think it is? No. Drat. Because next week we are supposed to be having Jeff Mudgett on. Hopefully we are. Got mixed up with his days. Talking about Jack the Ripper. He seems to think that his great-great-grandfather, who was the first serial killer
in the US, H.H. Holmes,
aka H.H. Holmes.
Yeah, he actually built a building specifically with. It's a bit like I can't remember what it said now. It has corridors that go nowhere and doors that only open from the outside.
And he said that he was a well-travelled man.
Yeah, he's supposed to have come to England and he was doing the old body snatching kind of thing.
Yes, and he feels as though the picture that they have in Scotland of Jack the Ripper.
No, you mean Scotland Yard?
Scotland Yard, yeah.
Yeah.
Recent one of 2006 or something. When you overlay it, it's supposed to be the picture of his uncle, great-grandfather or whatever he is.
On the overlay, there is a slight resemblance.
There is a slight resemblance.
Nothing that you would say yes to. And he's saying, pile of rubbish, no way, total twaddle.
Well, he's written a book about it, and he has said to me, total body burps, yeah. And he has actually said to me that he would like to debate it with a ripperologist expert, the possibility that JTR may have indeed been the American from Chicago. And I've asked Richard Jones if he would come on, but I haven't heard anything back. Okay, seeing as he does that.
He says Andy.
But
I've written articles.
If I can't get Richard Jones on, that's why I asked you, Andy. It could be quite controversial.
So he's written articles and does tour groups.
It could be a controversial show next week.
It could be quite controversial if you've got
Andy on.
And our friend from America, both on Skype,
arguing the.
Me and you just sit back and let them get on
yeah.
with it, I think.
Take it away. So, don't trust Jonesy. He's got his own agenda. But, what do you think then, Andy? Do you think you can cope with that? Huh?
Get to the bare bones of it all.
Yeah, get to the bare bones.
He says sure.
Okay.
See if we can winkle out a few facts between the two of them.
Yes. But there's a but. I have an exam on that day. Oh drat. Never mind. So it's at 7 p.m.
Oh the
dear.
exam.
Yeah.
That's a bit late for an exam.
It is, isn't it? So I don't know. Well, he's got to come back to me because he got all his dates wrapped around himself. So maybe he's going to come back and say no.
Well, if he says no, we'll have to organise it for a different day.
Yeah.
And then maybe we can get Jonesy and Andy in, and he can.
Or at least Andy, or at least Jonesy, one of the two.
We can thrash it out between them.
So anyway, John, thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Okay.
You're welcome to.
And what's happening in the next couple of weeks with you?
Next couple of weeks. Oh dear, what am I doing next couple of weeks? Well, I'm just trying to get things together, organise more with this Anguish Man.
Yeah.
Painting.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of things to organise yet. Just try and find some time for chilling. That'd be good.
Yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it?
And what else am I doing? And that's about it, really.
Yeah.
And I've got loads of stuff to do on the website. There's loads to do.
Don't forget when you need the links to links up. Let us know when we'll sort that out. Will you?
Yeah, well,
Yeah. So we'll have to do a test run on that.
Yeah. Do a quick test run.
Even if we can do a test run from your house.
Right.
That would be good.
That'd be
You know
good.
what I mean?
Okay.
Just get a webcam sorted out and see what we can do. Simon said, get well soon, Uncle Raymond, Mysteria from the Ghoulies. So Uncle Raymond, get well soon. Do you know Raymond?
Uncle Raymond?
Mm.
Oh, yes, I do.
It's just clicked.
And Iona said, don't forget you got the Mode House with his mysterious ghoulie army.
Oh, I'll never forget you guys.
So, but yeah, it would be interesting to come and see how you work and what you do. And
Yeah, it'd be nice to have you along.
so,
Well, we do like to see how other people work.
yeah.
I mean, the
'Cause
way,
we're nosy
the
like
way I
that.
look at it, if I'm watching you guys work, I might think to myself, well, yeah, that'd be good to try with us.
Yeah.
And we can try it, and obviously other groups come to us and they try different things. And
Don't say that. He won't let us on.
yeah, he will.
But
yeah, he will, because we try it. We just send him all the results. And say, there you go. It works.
So, but and you've got Ian Lawman does most of your stuff, doesn't he?
Me and Ian work a lot together, yeah. We have done for about 3 years now.
Yeah. So where is he based?
Well, he was in Scunthorpe, but
Yeah.
he's moved now.
Ah,
He's moved somewhere else.
closer to you.
No.
Oh. So you
Further
can't,
away, actually.
so you can't drag him here then. Come on the show. So
I mean, what is Ian actually like? I mean, you see him on TV sometimes, and he can come across a bit,
abrupt.
yeah, very abrupt.
Yeah.
Me and Ian are good friends now.
Yeah.
And he's such an amazing guy.
Mm.
He's professional through and through.
Yeah.
He's got heart of gold, and he's just a good all-round guy, to be honest.
Mm.
I think what you see on telly, it's just
Persona. Sort of
persona.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, Ian says it's brilliant what he does. Becky Deb says get him on the show.
well, that's down to Johnny. Actually, he's his friend. I have asked him, but he's not got back to me.
He hasn't
That
got
was
back
about
to
a
us.
year ago.
We're
So
still waiting for an answer. Maybe we should email him again.
yeah, maybe I should. Maybe
He's
he
actually
could
a
come
busy
on
boy
by
at the
Skype.
moment.
He could Skype us.
But he's doing he's filming in Australia
Or is he?
in August. Yeah.
Oh, so
He'll be away from me.
I see. So what else we got? Get him on the show. We've done many events with John, says Andy. Ian's brilliant at what he does, says Iona.
Yeah, yeah, guys, we're only going by what we see on TV.
Yeah.
Because we've never actually met Ian.
No. But saying that, kudos to him for what he done when he got buried. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
watching.
Yeah.
I think I was watching on Facebook or something the updates and stuff, and even I was getting claustrophobic just thinking about him, and I'm thinking, God, I hope you're all right, And I sent him my best in that. Buried, she said.
yeah, they
Did you
buried
miss
him.
that one? He done it for charity, didn't
yeah.
he?
Yeah.
To our knowledge, he's been buried twice. Once on Most Haunted in a coffin,
Once what?
and Most Haunted in a coffin, one of the early live shows he did.
Yeah, and then he did one himself,
And he
didn't
did one himself
Yeah,
recently.
at Dudley Castle.
He's a bald-headed guy in a long leather coat.
Yeah, tends to wear a flat cap.
Sometimes wears a flat cap. And he did a show with oh
Tori.
God, what's her name? That woman.
Tori, the black woman with the braids.
Johnny Fury.
Johnny Fury. Yeah.
Yeah.
And not many people know that is an exorcist for the Church of England.
Right. I knew he was an
Yeah,
exorcist.
that's what they were doing on
Yeah.
the show, weren't they? They were.
But
saying what-
she wants to know why he actually buried himself.
Hey,
Can you remember why
it
he
was
did
a
it? It
Yeah,
was charity,
sure.
wasn't it?
Well, for two reasons. One was for the Blue Lamp Foundation
Yeah.
to raise money for those guys.
Which Faye
Right.
just put on.
And the other is that he wanted to put himself in a position where he's as close to death as he can be,
Right.
and at a level 6 feet down where he would sort of achieve that. Really,
And he was actually buried in this coffin.
He was buried in a coffin, 6
And-
feet under.
I believe he had a pipe though for breathing.
Well, do you know? Funny enough, it was almost disaster because
Why?
what actually happened is originally the coffin was made one pipe,
Yeah.
which was an air pipe, and it was only about 2 nights before that his wife, Julie Lawman, she actually had a nightmare. And she said, there's something wrong with just the one pipe.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, they kind of did a bit of research and they found out if it was just the one pipe, he would have actually died because of
Carbon monoxide
carbon monoxide wouldn't come out. Yeah. So you need 2 pipes.
Was it 7 days he was there or 5?
7.
7 days he was in this coffin, buried. Yeah, he did face his fear a bit.
Yeah, and he's put
I don't know how he did his
link on
toiletries, but I can't remember unless he had a bag or something.
Well, what actually happened is whilst he was in there, he didn't eat any food whatsoever.
No.
What he had is commandos and marines. They have like a tablet.
Oh yeah.
And it's all the nutrition you need.
Yeah.
So because he's not eating food, then he doesn't pass anything. But like they have wee bags, urine bags, which you have on festivals and stuff, and they're kind of filled with a gel. So they pass the gel down the tube. It'd go in a little private corner somewhere, and then they'd pass it back up again, and that's how it worked. There was like I think about he stopped eating about 2 days before he went.
Yeah.
Before he was buried, so he could clear his system out, basically.
She said, "How did he go to the toilet?" Yeah, a tablet.
Great difficulty.
Oh dear. Yeah. So I tell you, because I remember seeing it where he went in, and I think was there a camera in there?
Yeah, there's webcam.
Yeah, and I'm sure I saw it, and there wasn't much room in that coffin.
There wasn't a lot.
No,
there was just enough, but it wasn't a lot really.
No, so, but. Oh, all power to him, but he did go to the extreme, you know. It was like, what the hell are you doing that for? You know what I mean? Apart from the charity bit.
I mean, the tablet is obviously just to keep his vitamins and everything where it should be.
Yeah.
But he's a skinny little shit before he went in. Can you imagine what it was like coming out after not eating for a week?
I know.
He's lost a lot of weight, but he's such a focused guy as well. So
yeah.
I knew when he said he was going to do it.
Yeah.
He
seems that sort of guy that gets in the zone, sort of thing. You know, like you know, like a martial artist would.
Well, he's a martial artist.
Yeah.
He's about 7th dan or something like that.
Yeah.
He's used to be a street fighter as well, so he's done a lot of that sort of thing.
But you can just imagine that he gets in that, you know, in that zone to do it, you know.
Yeah. Sam said a little girl used to call Ian the funny man when she watched him on the webcams.
Reiki Dev said he would still need to go to the toilet, surely. Yeah, he did. He did it in bags.
Definitely from a water point of view, because you need to keep, otherwise you get dehydrated.
He went in bags.
Wee bags.
Wee bags.
I'm not sure call them wee bags, but they basically got like a gel inside, and the gel absorbs all the
liquid. Yeah. See? Talk to Lee. He'll tell you about them. I'm sure he's used one in his lifetime when he was in the army. So, Mr. Tattoo.
Heavy.
Simon says.
So,
what?
Now, Lee was heavy.
Heavy?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So, he said he has never used them. I did ask him.
Yeah, well, Heavy never used to, did they? Because they had all the equipment.
I suppose so.
It was us light guys that had to use the wee bags.
Anita said, I have a crying little girl on my lap right now. Can you please say hi to Catherine? Then maybe she will quiet so I can hear the show. Hello, Catherine.
Hi, Catherine.
Don't cry, darling. And if you can see me, I'll even wave to you as well. There you go. Hi.
Hi, Catherine.
Hi, Catherine.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, there you go. Even the guys in the chat room were saying hi.
Yeah, so I can't repeat what he said. Just said Steve. Ha ha ha. John, when is the next event that's near him? Andy, Essex.
Well, it will be on the 16th of November.
16th. The Cage.
I think.
Right.
Oh no, there might be one before then.
Right. Let's check the website.
Yeah, check the website, Andy.
Yes. She's quiet now, hiding behind the chair. Oh, bless her. So he said, "Good God, that's a long way off."
It is actually, isn't it?
It is. So basically, right. So you're doing these Anguish Man. You need to let us know, if possible, how you're getting on with these. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And update us on what's happened.
Yeah.
Even if it's just an email, we can tell everybody else
Yeah.
how you're getting on
You know.
Yeah, or
and what you're doing.
whatever,
you know,
yeah.
or
Yeah,
pop
no worries
in.
at
It's
all.
entirely up
Pop
to
in,
you.
yeah.
So, it's all right. They're telling him about Woody in August. Seeing whether he can get to that. So, but yeah, it's very interesting. Now, and as I say, I would like to come and see you guys in action. And if we can get that thing live stream sorted out, that'd be great. It would be good.
Well, I've got a challenge for you.
Oh God, no! What?
Goodness.
Go on.
I reckon you should come to one of the Anguish Man events.
Right.
I reckon you should do a 10-minute lone vigil.
Okay. Which one?
Oh well, let's see.
Which one's not too far away?
We'll work out one. That's not too far away.
Yeah. So what one's it actually? The Anguish Man one? Only one on there, is there?
On this particular list, yeah. We haven't organised them all in advance really,
No.
but we're still looking for the right
Okay,
location.
that'd be good, wouldn't it?
One reason why I like to do other people's events is because I don't have to do anything.
Yes.
I can actually just get
Be
into
a
the
part
event
of the
and be
guest.
part of the event.
Yeah.
It's a night off, isn't it?
Yeah,
It is.
Rather than
I must
have
admit.
to worry about what other people
Yeah.
are doing.
That's the only thing about when you're running it, because you're running it. You know, you can't really get involved. You know what I mean? So, you know.
Yeah. When I'm not running it, I can try and let me my sensitive cycle come out more.
Well, this is it. Yeah, because you can't.
It needs to.
If you're
to
not,
take too long.
if you're not a medium on the group when you're working, so to speak, when you're doing private ones or you're part of another group on a normal night, you know, you can start picking up yourself. You haven't got to worry about anything.
The problem is that when you're working, your mind's got to be on the people.
Precisely.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
You need that time.
Yeah.
So
It's only individuals when I get into it. Before then, my mind's just on the
Well,
people.
this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You need to have it on the people all the time. It's no good you going into psychic or clairvoyant mode and something happens, because you got to think about them all the time. Not that I don't like thinking about them all the time, but it is nice to have that time off.
Yeah, I think we talked about this last time, didn't we?
Yeah.
And I think that's why hosts and mediums work well together. Or
Yes.
investigators and mediums work well together,
Yeah.
because it gives a medium.
The
chance
medium
to
can do that
do
thing, you
what
know.
he does,
Yeah,
or she
why
does.
the you know, the two team leaders or
Yeah.
the team leader can do the conducting sort of thing, you know. But it is good that way, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, I mean, it's just nice to be able to relax.
Yeah.
And when you're relaxed, especially if you are psychic, sensitive, stroke medium, whichever way you want to call yourself, it gives you're relaxed, so you can connect.
Yeah.
Easier.
Because when we do our investigations, okay, we set up cameras most of the time. So Steve will be there doing that bit and coordinating that. I'll be there doing the meet and greet and the checking in, blah, 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 blah. And you just don't really get involved in it enough.
Yeah.
You know, even when it comes to the vigils, you're organising where they're going and you've got your mind set on that. So your mind isn't actually in the vigils. It's in what's happening around it.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, not just me and you, other members of the team. They're running around doing it, getting everything ready.
Yeah.
And,
you know, they don't get a chance to actually enjoy it. You know, but
this is why why everybody likes team ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can just relax and do what you do.
You know, or having a busman's holiday and going with somebody else.
Yeah.
It does make a change.
It does.
know.
Yeah. Well, I keep saying to myself that I want to go out and not to spy on anybody, not to see how anybody else works, just to have a night out.
Yeah.
And go to another group, something. That's what I'm going to do one day.
Well, I can imagine this lot on the chat room at the moment doing this to you. Yeah. Because we used to go with Fright Nights years ago. And Andy said, have I missed anything?
Yeah, no, Andy said that's when
hold
he
on.
first met you, when he was
Hold on,
medium.
let me just start again. Where are we? John and I know each other since he was
Punter.
a punter and I was a medium for Fright Nights. That was Andy.
That's right, yeah.
Years ago.
Ooh, get you, says Iona. And then Sam says, we used to go with Fright Nights years ago. Andy says, we may have met then. Andy says, I used to be a medium, work as. Iona said Drakelow tunnels with Fright Nights. Simon says, with Mysteria, you're never disappointed. Papa John is a great host. This is what I think they're doing to you. Right. We are not worthy and all this, that and the other. We used to go when Mark Powell was there. I don't know him. I'm talking about 10 years ago. Sam said no with you. It was about 4 years ago. Okay. Without Papa John, there wouldn't be the Ghoulies. Thank you, John, bringing us all together. Okay. Reiki Deb says, well, we will have to come on one of yours, Suzanne, and we have been with some shocking groups. All bowed down to Papa John. I told you, didn't I? That's what they were doing. Yeah, come to the middle of nowhere if you can, Reiki Debs, or even Galleries of Justice next Friday. Still some places left. And maybe that'll be good. Mind you, probably see you there if you're going with the other group. Mysteria are ace, though. That's no lie. Do you know what? I'll be honest with you. He's not going to get out this door if you don't bloody stop it. And I'm such a big head. Andy said, can I have a pizza then, or is that Papa Joe? No, I think that's Papa Joe. So, but as I say, I'd like to wish you well with the Anguish Man.
Thank you very much.
Hoping it doesn't scar you in any way.
Yeah, me too.
You know, but
and hopefully we can sort out the link and everything. And
yeah,
you guys can actually watch on here, and you can tell John where he needs to go.
Yeah.
You might even hear me scream.
Yeah.
Ooh, Papa John screaming.
So, but as I say, please keep us in contact with this saga, because that's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, I said the Ghoulies would definitely watch.
Well, just going back on paintings, what did you think of that crying boy situation?
Oh yeah, there's
that was something that went around for a while, and they were burning the pictures and everything.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah.
But I think when you look at the Crying Boy and look at the Anguish Man, no comparison really, is it?
No. So.
Can we have the date for your long one again? Because Debbie's asking when's it going to be on.
Okay, Deb.
17th of November.
The 17th of November.
Yeah, 17th.
Long vigil.
Yeah, 17th.
So, but she says it sounds a good idea. When is it going to be on? Which you've just told you. And that's 17th of November. And MGA Simon says, could you sing us a song, Papa John?
If I could sing, Simon, I would, but I can't sing. You'd all go away.
So, you know, my nan had a crying boy pic, said Sam O'Connor. I have been thinking about it lately and going to see if someone in the family has got it. So, because there was a time when they was actually burning them, wasn't there? There was a lot of things in the paper about that.
Yeah, there was two different ones, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was a girl as well, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was, wasn't there? I've heard all about that. Yeah. Is that the one where the houses burnt down as well?
Yes, that was the one. Yeah.
It was,
you know,
supposedly causing fires in the house.
Yeah.
Oh, incidentally, just reminded me actually. Sean is actually doing prints of the Anguished Man.
Really?
So you can buy a full-size copy.
Oh, what do you think to that, guys? Would you like a print of the Anguished Man?
It would actually
in your living room above the fire.
That would actually be.
Iona would love one.
That would actually be interesting to see if you got the same things from a print as you do from the actual painting.
So what do you think, guys?
Andy said it would look nice in the guest room, and Deb says no, it's horrible. Frey said not sure. I would be brave enough to have one in my house. So it could be the next thing in paranormal equipment.
An Anguish Man print.
Yeah. And Simon says, Papa John, don't preach. Sam says she would defo like one. So it looks like she's got some sales already, or Sean has, depending how much she's going to sell them for. Well, yeah. So, well, this is it. If it's worth 35,000 to one bloke, how much is it worth as a print to Sean?
I'm sure Sean would do it at a reasonable price.
So, but
Becky Dev said it would make her feel sad.
Right. And he said, I do wonder how paintings can become haunted. Now, there you go.
Well, this particular one, it would, because of what it was painted with and the state of mind of the gentleman that painted it, and the fact that he committed suicide quite afterwards.
Yeah.
You can kind of see why that particular painting would be haunted, but not why it'd be haunted by someone other than the painter.
Well, this is what's going to be interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is what fascinates me now. Who is this haunting now?
Painted with, says Andy.
Yeah, this is it.
Apparently it was painted with the artist's blood, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
So it was painted in blood.
Yeah. There you go, Andy. So, Deb says it looks depressing. Iona would like to know what you have in store for him at the Moat House next week. And Simon said, yes, please.
Well, do you know, Iona? It's always a mystery with me.
That's why they're called Mysteria Paranormal. Isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. We came up with a name from mystery and hysteria.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, face it, don't tease them. Don't tease them, John.
I always tease you, Fiona. Iona, sorry.
Fiona. No, that was Faye.
That was Faye this one.
Oh, was it Faye?
Yeah,
right.
Faye said
I always
don't
tease you, Faye. You know that.
So, but she said we know. But we love you.
Love you
They
too.
all love you. So, we're all bowing down again. We are not worthy. So, but yeah, it's been a good night tonight. Thanks for coming in again.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been fun.
And it's good to see you got some dedicated followers there.
Yes,
as well.
definitely.
Yeah, they're a good gang.
Because we all need them.
Yes, we
all
do.
need them.
So, you know, they said they'll see you all next week.
They've even had tattoos done.
Have they really?
Really?
Wow.
The
That's
MGA
dedication.
tattoo.
That is dedication.
And
what does it look like?
It's a little ghost with a MGA on it. And Sam's got hers in a very special place.
Oh, Sam.
Well, Simon says, thank you both for interviewing Papa John. Well, Papa John, as you call him, is always welcome. They all said see you next week. Look out for the MGA fan page, FB page. Andy says, good God, that's going some way. Faye said they're branded for life. Andy said, little too far perhaps. And Sam said, wouldn't you like to know? Oh yeah, where she'd put it.
Since John has piqued our interest, I'm sure I'm not the only one that would like to know where you've put it.
And Faye said that it's never too far. So we are dedicated to Mysteria. Well, that's good. That's good that people can do that, isn't it?
It is indeed.
You know, but yeah, and obviously, you know, everything's working out okay for you at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Well, we're going to leave it there. 6 of them had tats. Don't ever change the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't change the name, she said.
Oh, it's a good point, that.
Dave says, don't ever change the name. But we're going to leave it there. Andy's crying out.
Or move to another group.
Yeah, or move to another group. Because
Says
we'd
Dave.
have to change ours. So, as I say, next week, hopefully, we're talking about Jack the Ripper.
Well, we're talking
This
about,
is where it's at.
we're talking about A.H. Holmes first.
Well, A.H.
But-
Holmes,
and
it could be.
And the possible link to Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, that could be Jack the Ripper.
Every Wednesday night.
So we hope to see you here next week, same time, same place, and ask some questions. Iona says thanks, John and the presenters. Andy says, am I going to miss next 2 shows? Oh, he's going to miss the next 2 shows.
That's a shame.
That is a shame.
And he said it's not even 10 yet.
And Simon said, I've seen it, John, the tattoo. Whoop, whoop. I know it's not even 10 yet, but we've come to the end. So we're going to see you soon, okay? And thank you for joining us.
And Andy, good luck with the exams, mate.
Yes.
Yeah, good luck, Andy.
Okay. And until next time, all we can say is keep the
paranormal
paranormal friendly. Good night and God bless.
Good night, everyone.
You're in the right place. Online, on the web, and on air. All over the world.
And now, here's a word from our sponsor.
Be honest. Right now, you probably want to lose some weight. live a healthier, more active lifestyle, or get in better shape, we're here to challenge you. Challenge you to make your health a priority with the new Body by Vi 90-Day Challenge.
My favorite thing about the challenge was just losing the weight. Got my life back, that's it.
I come home now, go out and play in the yard with the kids, go to the gym, take the kids to the gym, and starting to live life finally.
Now we've gone from being couch potatoes to being, fit athletes, working out, strength training every single day. It's changed our whole lifestyle, the way that we look at our day.
Let's be real. You don't have to look far to see we have a problem, a growing problem. With today's work demands and faster-paced lifestyle driving us toward quick fixes, it's no secret how we got here. And if you're like most who have searched for a solution, you've only found more frustration. Instead of forcing you to adapt your lifestyle to fit a program, the Body by Vi Challenge adopted our program to fit your lifestyle. Finally, something that's simple, affordable, fun, tastes amazing, and most importantly, it works. The Body by Vi Challenge is the solution you've been searching for. The challenge is the world's #1 90-day platform for weight loss and fitness results. To date, over 500 million ViSalus shakes have been served to millions of people who have already lost millions of pounds, making the challenge the fastest growing weight loss and fitness movement in the world today. Powered by a line of innovative wellness products from ViSalus, the Body by Vi Challenge is the perfect way to start a lasting health transformation. First, you set a goal. Then, select a kit and enter to win. It's that easy. And in a minute, you'll learn how you can even get your kit for free. Let's talk about your goal. If you were to set a 90-day health goal right now, what would it be? Lose some weight? Shed some inches? Run a 5K? Build some muscle? Whatever it is, it all starts with you going public with your challenge goal. Then, you'll select one of 5 challenge kits designed to help you accomplish your goal. The centerpiece of each kit is the Vi-shaped shake. With a scientifically proven formula, thousands of healthy and delicious ways to mix it up, the Vi Shake is easy, affordable, and tastes amazing. And since it's a healthy meal replacement, the challenge can actually save you money on your eating out and grocery bills.
Challenge kits are so simple, convenient, easy for a person to take, and it gives them all the nutrients they need to keep their body functioning at the peak performance level.
You can have even more fun and nearly triple your chance of success when you do it with others. That's why ViSalus created the 3 for Free program. That helps you get your kit for free when you refer 3 others to take the challenge with you. Last year, over 400,000 free kits were awarded to people on the challenge. Do you want your kit for free?
The 3 for Free program just allows anybody, no matter what circumstances they are, to get their product for free and get healthy at the same time.
I absolutely love the idea that we can get our products for free if we just ask 3 people.
And new in 2013, it gets even better. Having helped millions find success, we're so confident that we've added a new 90-day money-back results guarantee. Save money. Get it for free. Money-back guarantee. You've got absolutely nothing to lose. But wait. Need more reasons? How about 47 million more? Last year alone, we gave away over $47 million worth of free product, prizes, and vacations for people on the challenge. And now with the new Body by Vi Challenge, there are even more ways to win, with bigger weekly, monthly, and grand prizes. After studying millions of challenge transformations, we believe that the secret to your success lies in losing the first 10 pounds. That's why we've launched Project 10, where every week in 2013, we're awarding a total of $10,000 to 10 people who lose 10 pounds. Just document your challenge and submit for a chance to be one of 5 men and women selected every week to win $1,000 in cash. What would you do with an extra $1,000? Plus, since everyone who loses on the challenge really wins, lose 10 pounds and rock your free I Lost It t-shirt. How soon will you be saying, I lost it? Every month, those judged to have the best 90-day weight loss, active, and fitness results win and are named Body by Vi Challenge finalists. Feel like a celebrity with your professional photo shoot at Vi Gear Shopping Spree to show off your success. And move on to the finals for a chance at being the next Body by Vi champion. 3 times a year, Visalis celebrates the most inspiring 90-day weight loss, active, and fitness transformations by crowning our new Body by Vi champions.
Absolutely amazing. We want this for everybody, so commit, submit, you know, you never know. You fill that thing out and you can win. This is amazing. Our lives are going to change.
Experience the Vi life when the red carpet is rolled out for all champions on the ultimate transformation vacation. And while it's great to be treated like an A-lister just for transforming your health, let's not forget the $5,000 Beverly Hills wardrobe shopping spree. You could be the next Body by Vi champion.
It's been just amazing, you know, getting picked up by a private driver and the goodie bags and the schedule and the feeding and the dresses. It's just been amazing.
It's exciting to know that when you set that goal, as long as you challenge yourself, you're going to get there.
And by simply selecting a kit, you have access to all the resources you need to succeed. Take the challenge, and you'll realize it's not just about what you have to lose, but what you have to gain. So, set your goal, select your kit, enter to win. Talk to the person who showed you this video to learn more or to be invited to a challenge party near you. There is no better time than now to start making your health a priority. So why not start losing weight, getting fit, saving money, and having fun, guaranteed. Are you up for the new Body by Vi challenge?
The one phone call that I made to try to join the challenge to lose weight has changed every aspect of our life.